Jai Shriman Narayan.
Jai Shriman
Jai Shriman Narayan.
Jai Shriman
Jai Shriman Narayan.
Jai Shriman
I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Srimad Jagat Guru Sudarshan Acharya Ji Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to our Purva Acharyas. I pay my obeisances to our 12 Alvars. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi. And I pay my obeisances to Lord Sriman Narayan. I welcome all of you here physically at the Sri Narayan Dham in Durban, South Africa. I welcome those that are watching this discourse locally, nationally and internationally. And I welcome in advance those that are watching this discourse, that are going to be watching this discourse on YouTube and the various groups from around the world subsequently. We continue on our topic, the soul, and I stated earlier that this topic won't be confined strictly to the soul, but it will be related to all activities the soul has in this material universe and how the soul needs to react with material nature in order to finally liberate itself. I've also stated that my job is not a feel-good guru. I'm not here to make you feel good. I'm here to take you by your hand through an arduous journey called self-realization and take that hand and place it in the hand of the Supreme Lord. So that journey is not easy, neither is it simple, and I'm not going to get a whole lot of accolades from you because you want to attend the satsang and feel good. And this is not a feel good satsang. This is catch your hand satsang and link it to the Supreme Lord. And sometimes when I catch your hand, you don't like all the things I find in your hand. That is why lots of things are in a hand, one piece of chicken, one nip of brandy, one loose, one joint of dhaka, somebody else's money in your hand, fraud, corruption. I find all these things in your hand and I want to wash your hand out of, because you can't take that hand and place it in the Lord's hand. So whilst I'm washing that hand, Tiveshni, whilst I'm washing Tiveshni's hand, there's a lot of pain and suffering because these things grow like warts on your hand. And I have to pull those warts of anger, hatred, desire, lust, greed, envy, pride. So as I'm cleaning your hand and getting it ready to plant it in the hand of the Lord, it's a very, very painful journey. Because that hand has been here since time immemorial. All those vices impelled the Lord to create this universe. All these vices impelled the Lord to create this universe and send you in this universe to cleanse yourself. This universe is a washing machine, huge washing machine, and everyone is dumped in to wash themselves. But so the Guru is a washerman. Guru is a washerman. So I decided not to use the washing machine. I decided to use the river and rocks. So I soak you in the river and bash you on the rocks. Alright, so the washing machine gurus, they've been very well, I see, around the world. Unfortunately, I'm not here to...
With the load shedding.
Yeah. I'm here to shed that load of you. And again, I just want to clarify one point. So from time to time, I take on certain philosophies by certain gurus which are not in accordance with the Vedic law. So it's nothing personal, and we are in Kali Yuga. We're in Kali Yuga. So again, I've explained this before, but in this series, I think I should explain it again. In Satyug, the divine and the non-divine live in two worlds, in two separate worlds, in Satyug. In Treta Yuga, the divine and the non-divine live in different countries. In Dwapara Yuga, the divine and the non-divine live in different families. But in Kali Yuga, the divine and the non-divine live in one man. In Kali Yuga. Then, in Satyug, there's 100% divinity. In Treta Yuga, there's 75% divinity. In Dwapara Yuga, there's 50% divinity, and in Kali Yuga, there's 25% divinity. So who is going to change or add to the percentage of non-divinity? Who can lead the masses into non-divinity? No. The gurus themselves, because they have a following of masses. So if they teach you wrong philosophy that takes you away from the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita, then they are assisting the Supreme Lord in bringing 75% of non-divinity in Sanatan Dharma. Are you understanding? So this is why you get millions following these gurus who's taking you away from the real teachings of the Bhagavad Gita. But the uniqueness of Sanatan Dharma is you'll find each and every one of these gurus from time immemorial, either in the discourse or in the writing. Somewhere they will admit that the Supreme Lord is Lord Sriman Narayana. All these, Advaita, Dvaita, all these gurus who take you away from the true teachings of the Bhagavad Gita, somewhere in their writings or their discourses, they will state that Lord Sriman Narayana is the Supreme Lord. And then a few passages down the line they will state Lord Shiva is the Supreme Lord. Alright, so they have full knowledge of who the Supreme Reality is, but it is within their own karma as a guru that they have to teach false knowledge. They have earned as a guru their own karma to teach false knowledge. So everything is perfect. In Sanatana Dharma, everything is an equation. So the guru themselves who takes you away from the Bhagavad Gita, their karma allows them to do that. They do that through their karma. I'm sitting here with my karma as well. All gurus sit with karma. And when the Supreme Lord, Lord Krishna or Lord Ram, reincarnates in this world, they reincarnate through karma. You can't live in the material universe without karma. So even the Supreme Lord gets cursed and he has to fall into the material universe. That's an excuse for him to come down and lead man back to him. But because there's an equation that even the Supreme Lord has to befall through karma. So all gurus have karmas, and for me, my karma dictates that I take you back to the Bhagavad Gita, and those gurus, their karmas dictate they must take you away from the Bhagavad Gita, and whilst doing so, they know that the Supreme Lord is Lord Sriman Narayan. So if you look at the Divine Life Society, if you look at Swami Sivananda, the founder of the Divine Life Society, they are followers of Advaita philosophy. And Advaita philosophy takes you away from a personal God. But if I take out the Bhagavad Gita, and if I translate the Bhagavad Gita, he translates Lord Krishna as Lord Krishna speaks. Do you understand? So, these gurus should not have translated the Bhagavad Gita. Yes or no? You don't believe that God has a personal form, then that means Lord Krishna is not the Supreme Lord, then you shouldn't translate the Bhagavad Gita. By you translating the Bhagavad Gita and by you acknowledging the dialogue between Lord Krishna and Arjuna and the content therein, you are endorsing the Bhagavad Gita, are you not? And I just want to bring this very, very simple. So whilst the philosophy is Advaita, they also go into the Bhagavad Gita, and the Bhagavad Gita is Sanatana Dharma 100%. Bhagavad Gita is Sanatana Dharma 100%. Sanatana Dharma cannot exist at 99%. Sanatana Dharma cannot exist at 99%, because if you remove the force of gravity by 1%, what will happen to all the planetary systems? What will happen? They'll collapse, they'll collide. So, Sanatana Dharma exists in perfection. Sanatana Dharma exists in perfection, and I won't feel comfortable teaching you Sanatana Dharma 99%. Do you understand? I'd rather whack you than teach you 99%. I'm not comfortable in anything in life, I'm not comfortable in 99%. So we now understand why gurus lead you away from Bhagavad Gita. But it is also your karma. It is your karma in your past life when you are led away from the Bhagavad Gita by that type of a guru. Because Sanatana Dharma is a perfect equation, and for you to be led away from the Bhagavad Gita, you would have earned it in your past life. And for a guru to teach you and take you away from the Bhagavad Gita, he would have earned it as a guru. That's his qualification. That's his qualification. And for you to be led astray, that is your qualification. Because everything is absolute. Everything is a mathematical equation. You understand? So, Lord Shri Krishna states in the Bhagavad Gita, I just want to clarify, chapter 7, verse 19. At the end of many births, the man of knowledge finds refuge in me, realizing that Vasudeva is all. It is very hard to find such a great soul person. I want to read it again. At the end of many births, the man of knowledge finds finds refuge in me, realizing that Vasudeva is all. It is very hard to find such a great soul. Who is saying this? The Lord is telling you that it is very difficult, and I'm going to use this in the context of our satsang, to find a guru like myself who is teaching you the Bhagavad Gita 100%. Do you understand? Is this comment from the Guru or is it from the Supreme Lord Himself? So if you do not find millions of Gurus teaching you the Bhagavad Gita as it is, should you be worried? Why? The Supreme Lord Himself is saying, very difficult to get a Guru who is going to teach you 100% knowledge. Then how much more difficult is it for the Guru to have followers who is going to accept that knowledge? If finding such a Guru is so difficult, who's going to give you 100% Sanatana Dharmic knowledge straight from the Bhagavad Gita, then how much more difficult it is to find that type of followers. All of you understand? So whilst discussing the soul, it is absolutely necessary to bring in other dimensions would fit in with the soul. So we know from the teachings that I have given you over the past 10 years that there are 8.4 million species of life on this planet, 8 million other forms of life, and 0.4 million is different dimensions of the human mind in which the human is born. We know that. So let's understand this. As I said, for me to bring clarity to you, I need to use examples that you are familiar and what you experience. So the first form of life is where? Marine life in the aquatic life is the first form of life. And then you get the plants and the trees and the reptiles and the birds and the animals and the human. Does the aquatic need any modification to live in their lifestyle? Do they have to create ships and submarines to travel? Trees, do they need any modification in their life to subsist, to live? Birds, do they have to catch a taxi, Uber from one place to another? So the only form of life that uses modification is you. Yes? From the 8.4 million species of life, the only form of life that makes modifications, although not necessary. So man could have lived in harmony with nature all his life, still attain his human life without any modification. Do you need a city to claim your humanity?
No.
Do you need aeroplanes to claim your humanity? Do you need motor vehicles? All these modifications that is there, do you need it? Do you need a stove, Jessica, for your humanity? There's enough wood, there's fire. God gave you our fuel in wood. Did God give you fuel in wood?
Yes.
Where does the fuel come from? The sun. The sun extracts the water and converts in its place fuel. In its place. And whilst talking about the sun, do you know how long it takes the photons to reach from the sun's core to the surface of the sun? Millions of years. How long? But do you know how long it takes the photons to reach you?
Split second.
8 minutes. Something to think about. Something to think about. And how far away are you from the sun? And how far is the sun's surface from the core? Okay? So, the soul in a human body looks for modification all the time, doesn't it? In my lifetime, I think I passed the telegram stage. I'm from the fax machine stage. And when the fax machine was invented, we thought there can be nothing more superior than the fax machine. We were ultra modern. And then after the fax came the email, which I haven't attempted as yet. Okay? Which I haven't attempted as yet. And then now there's WhatsApp, and you can send information within a split second. Alright? So today we say this is the most modern technology, 5G. Nothing can beat it. 50 years time, we'll be laughing at 5G. Because man only wants to modify. And as long as you are modifying and creating a comfort zone, a false and a fake comfort zone in this universe, you're going to keep on coming back into the 8.4 million species of life. So I take this very, very seriously, and I don't want to mislead you so that I can have a full hall of people. I want to tell you the truth. Remove your mind from the modifications. Go with the flow, but remove your mind from the modifications. Right, that is, I don't go home now and buy a donkey and then you and Jessica sit on a donkey Saturday night to reach here Sunday 10 o'clock morning. Okay? Go with the flow, use your car, come here, but it's called a conditioned mind. Our mind is conditioned for a better life. Imagine Jessica and Satish by 2 donkeys coming down the M19. How much of discomfort, especially on Jessica's donkey?
They can't come down the hill yet. Land.
I created the back entrance
Yeah,
for
this is it. Working on that.
Yeah. Alright. So we got used to the comfort of the car, just jump in, swish here. And our conditioned minds want more and more and more comfort. Soon I'm going to buy Mataji a dishwashing machine. Very soon. Alright? So what happens? She don't have to run in the night. She runs in the night in the kitchen. She says, "Hey, Dad, I have to make sure all these dishes are washed. What if I don't get up tomorrow morning? And what will people say when they see the kitchen?" She says, "I'm tired, but I have to do it." So I said, okay, there is one available somewhere. And I will ask her if she wants it, and she was very happy. So I said, I'll get it. But again, Mataji's great grandmother was washing dishes outside with the snakes, with the reptiles, with the bed bugs, with the lice. And I don't think she found it uncomfortable because she never knew the comfort called dishwashing machine. Yes? So we're getting entrapped. The soul is getting entrapped in material comfort, and the deeper the entrapment, the harder to liberate you. Deeper entrapment. Imagine I tell Jessica and Satish Baisi, from next week Sunday, I don't want you to use your car. I want you to detach from your car and come to satsang. You think I'll see them here after next week? You understand? How hard it is for me to make you detach from your comfort zone. So from time to time, gurus have to take their birth and inform you of this. Prior to today, Jessica, did you look at your attachment to material world in the manner I am showing you now? And if a guru does not give you this information, if God's representative don't give you this information, where are you going to get it from? And if you don't get this information, when will you come out of this misery? Because this comfort is a misery. Remember, Mataji's great-great-great-grandmother paid no rent. She was allotted their land, built their dwelling, planted beans, chicken, had maize meal, fed the chicken, and ate grain-fed chicken. Now if you want to eat grain-fed chicken, you have to jump in your car, go to Woolworths, and buy your grain-fed chicken from Woolworths. That time it was right there. I'll eat you in 6 months' time. I'll eat you in 8 months' time. It was there. Do you understand? The living, she had no pressure in paying car installment, lights, exorbitant lights, rates, taxes, living free, living off the earth. But today, car installment, house, taxes, utility bill, you pay for water, you pay for lights. So there is a huge price that the soul pays for living in so-called comfort. So-called comfort. That from the time the soul enters the material body, it sees its parents in a race. It hardly grows. The soul hardly grows with the parents. Both parents has to go to work. Then when that soul reaches a certain age, society wants that soul to educate itself. It's a norm through society that parents are even further burdened by paying for the education. Then the soul comes out and goes back into this rat race. Parents had no time themselves to learn who am I. Then where is the time to teach their offspring who am I? And this is why it is necessary for gurus to timelessly take their birth and teach humanity who am I. That is the first question. That is the first question that a human being should ask him or herself. Who am I? And when you answer that, I am a spirit soul using this material body as a vehicle to exhaust my karmas for this lifetime. I am a spirit soul using this vehicle. Whatever year you were born, that's your model and make. Jessica is the make of the vehicle, and mine is 50. Oh, she's 52 now. 53. Then you minus the age, she's that model Jessica. There's many model Jessicas, but this Jessica is that model. Alright? You understand? Then when you exhaust your karmas of this lifetime, you let go of that vehicle and you get into another vehicle. Does that answer your question, who am I? Who am I? I am a spirit soul who is using this current vehicle awarded to me by the Supreme Lord as per my karma. When my karmas in this body, which was awarded to me, is complete, I will exit this body. If I do not follow a bona fide spiritual master 100%, I am guaranteed another body from the 8.4 million species with life. Who am I? I am that soul. What am I doing here? I am living my karma in this specific body, which is a vehicle that is transporting me, fueled by my karma. I am a vehicle that is transporting me, fueled by my own karma. Alright, Jessica? The never do it. Never do it. It's your own karma. This vehicle is fueled by your own karma. And until the day you submit to a bona fide spiritual master, your karma will continue to be fueled by yourself. Who am I? I am a spirit soul. What am I doing here? I am living my karmas. How do I live? I live after I submit to a bona fide spiritual master. If you can ask yourself these questions and use the answers that I am giving you, then there is another identical life like this in the spiritual world. There is another identical life like this in the spiritual world with no mechanical body, with no, that soul becomes all part of your body. You smell with the same spirit, you hear with the same spirit soul. It is one soul that becomes everything. If you like to eat an apple, then an apple will be transformed but made of spirit and absorbed by your spirit. Do you understand? Very difficult now to understand, but that's our original position. And if Satish Bhai and Jessica are soul mates, you've heard of the term soul mates, then Satish and Jessica will remarry in Vaikuntha.
8 lifetimes.
You can have all your family members, you can meet all your families, you will know everything, you will be all-knowing, you will be like the Guru. You will be all-knowing, you can meet all your family members who spend their life in this material universe. There are billions of universes existing at this point in time. And you are not all in this universe in every lifetime. So you've been through also billions of universes. So science is catching up. You know, they keep changing their theory. When a new theory comes to light. But we have the final theory. We have the final theory. Whatever I'm discussing is absolutely scientific. It has proven itself over the millions and billions of years. So this is absolutely necessary to understand that you are the soul. Absolutely necessary to understand that you are the soul, because you need to start living as the soul. You need to start living as the soul. Any questions? Jessica, any questions?
I think I have to change my dissertations.
No, leave the hesitation. Okay. You also have to make a living whilst you have this body. So when the Guru says detach, Guru does not say leave. There's a difference between detachment and leaving. Huge difference from detachment and leaving. Don't be attached to a position, but you can still hold the position. You can be a president, but don't be attached, because once you get attached, then pala pala comes. Once you are attached, then you will get involved in things like pala pala. So have that position. We need positions. God created politics. The structure of politics have been created by God. Don't get attached to it. Don't get attached to the structure of politics. And whilst we talk in politics, I saw Dana posted my face in black and white to some groups. And on one group, somebody asked, "Who's this man?" And another group, and another comment, somebody said, "Ask Casey." And then somebody said, "This man was involved in the Palestine issue. Why is he silent on Bangladesh?" So you can see it's coming from one fake man, but many profiles. One fake man, but our village idiot. Maybe he gets upset when I only call him village idiot. He has so many profiles, I have to call him village idiot. Village idiot. But I will answer. So, remember, there's many things happen both in South Africa and around the world. And I don't go and get publicly involved in everything. like the Tongat tornado or cyclone. Because there were many affluent people that had capacity to fix those things. Yes? So I'm not a person that jumps on the bandwagon. If I do anything, I must be the bandwagon. I don't jump on a bandwagon. So when I took on the Palestine issue, it's because Hindus around the world were silent. Hindus around the world were silent, and were their silence justified? No. So I represented all those Hindus that were silent around the world, and I went into the forefront of the Palestine issue because there was a place for me there. You understand? Then I joined MK and I got vigorously involved in the campaigning for the MK party. I did not jump on the MK bandwagon. I was part of the bandwagon. Mahmoud Zuma before MK. MK was born yesterday. Understood? Now the MK party is formed. It's functional. It's working. Is it necessary for me to go all over and rally for MK? When my time was, I did what was necessary. Bangladesh, the Mahasabha of this country make a declaration in terms of Bangladesh. Yes. Did most of the Hindus make a declaration for Bangladesh? Is it well documented and publicized? Is it necessary when there are able-bodied people there to execute whatever needs to be executed? Is it necessary for me to go and scream on top of their voices? Because I'm not running for topical issues. I'm not running, I don't need to profile myself and highlight myself in topical issues. You don't find me in topical issues. Understood? So I'm just answering those questions, and I enjoy these questions so that I have an opportunity to clarify the misconception that is out there in the public domain. Any questions, Jessica?
Mr. Commander, even the village idiot is thinking about you all the time.
Yes. So as a guru, I really conscientized the village idiot. I made him use his own name. He now proudly uses his own name. Proudly, he can go on social media and repeat his 3 names, which he never did before meeting me in the public domain. In fact, there is a video here where he warned me not to use his name. I have a video, okay? So, village idiot used his own name. He took out some of his regalia, obscene regalia. He thinks of me all the time, even after a few months. He loves the Guru.
He's very handsome about it.
He thinks of me more than you, Jessica.
Yes, Guru. You're always on his mind.
I'm always on his mind. So, the Guru-disciple relationship is working behind the scenes perfectly. Perfectly. Right? Devashni is very happy. So all this, when I attack the village idiot, it is part of Sanatan Dharma. It is part of the life of the soul. This is the journey of the soul. This is the journey of the spiritual master. This is the journey of the disciple. This is part and parcel of Sanatana Dharma. So many were skeptical. Many people do not like me discussing this topic. But I'm a bona fide guru. I can't choose topics to suit you. I have to choose topics to suit the Lord. And the Lord states quite emphatically in the Bhagavad Gita, don't give way to unrighteousness. So if you go on Village Idiot's social media page, Jessica, I've cleaned it up and I promise that I'm going to clean that page, Satish Bhai. I promise there'll be no vulgarity on that page. There is no more vulgarity. I cleaned up Village Idiot single-handedly. No courts could clean him up. No policemen could clean him up. No community leaders could clean him up. No magistrate could clean him up. Acharya Shyam Ramanuj cleaned up Village Idiot. Now he is absolutely clean. You understand? Did I do my job? I did my job while sacrificing my image publicly, because Village Idiot had 104,000 followers. 104,000 followers, but I had a job to do and I did it successfully. I did it absolutely successfully. Village Idiot is now trying to become a politician.
Which should come still as well.
Which I said. Right? By him joining the IEC and running for a political post, he admitted on his own video that at this ashram was the first time he heard he has capacity to run for a political post. So it's there, the evidence is there, and it's in his own video. So in a roundabout way, the Guru has done his job. And that's the job of a Guru. That's one of the jobs of a Guru. So taking your hand to the Supreme Lord has to go through a whole huge process. It's a process. And many people in this world are not. Who's ready for that process? Who wants to hear that when they die they'll go to God? Tiveshni wants things while she's alive. You think she wants to hear when she dies, then she'll go to God? She wants a license, she wants her father to buy a car, she wants to be an Uber driver. How this satsang will help her? How this satsang will help her? As it is, she is driving a body called Tiveshni. She is Ubering Tiveshni around, or Tiveshni is Ubering the soul around. Now she wants to put that body in another body and Uber people around. Jessica, if you're looking for an Uber and Tiveshni answers that call, will you take that Uber? Don't you think a driving will be just like a grandfather? You know, the Guru couldn't buy Jessica and Satish a new car, Dana, in one ride. In one ride, Dana blessed them with a brand new vehicle. Just in one ride. And the Guru has been trying his best, begging Mother Lakshmi and Kubera, our treasurer, our spiritual treasurer, make a plan here, make a plan there. Dana just took them home once. Next I see them coming back in the brand new vehicle. Which planets you drove them to? Because we have heavenly planets and we have demonic planets. Okay, are there any more questions, Jessica?
No, Guru.
Just to answer that person's question, if they were following the Guru, they would have realized that you were already involved in Phoenix with regards to the Bangladesh Hindu issue. It's there on social media. So for whoever's coming to ask that now, they're not very diligent in following you.
Yeah, no, they're creating. These are people on social media that got no real life as a human being, so they go on social media and they come alive. As a person, as a personality, they got no real life. Their children don't like them, their wives don't like them, their parents don't like them, they are isolated, so they have no life, so they go on social media and become somebody. Attacking a guru, or attacking a Molana, or attacking a Pandit, or attacking any religious person, it shows your upbringing. It shows what types of parents you had, what type of grandparents you had, because divine parents won't teach you to attack a religious leader unless he committed a crime or he did something dramatic. If a religious leader, if you have the audacity to attack a religious leader, then what are you as a human being? What is your status quo as a human being if you attack religious leaders? Leave me, any religious leader. If you attack me, then one day you will attack your own. Because proper people, proper families bring their children up in such a manner that especially, I don't see a reason on social media. If you do not like something, don't comment. Why do you want to comment on something that you do not like? There is no compulsion. There's something called scrolling. Something called scrolling. When you comment, it means you saw the Guru's face. You spent a lot of time on the Guru's face, that is right. Because to comment, it takes you out of your joy. If you want to make negative comments and you're having a joyous day, doesn't it take you out of your joy? Yeah, scroll past. If you don't like something, scroll past. You drive in your car, how many things you don't like along the road? Do you jump off and attend to all the things you don't like, or you go home? So these are the type of people, and I hope one day, like on TikTok, we got rid of a whole lot of scummy people. That when we started this TikTok discourses, these scummies were attacking, and I told them, don't watch me. If you're watching me, then I'm of value to you. Don't watch me. Leave my life. I didn't invite you. You came on your own. Alright? But as a soul, both the spiritual master and the disciple have to go through all of these things, because where are you going to find tolerance? If I'm teaching you tolerance, then I must tolerate these people in your presence to teach you how to be tolerant. Yes? But I must also be disciplined to show that you must not do the same thing these people are doing. So I have to take action against them, because if I just tolerate them, then Jessica will go and comment big Bhagavad Gitas in other people's stories. Oh no, sorry, not Bhagavad Gita, Mahabharata. But now Jessica saw me whacking that person, what she will do? No, my Guru tolerated it, but I must not follow suit, because my Guru whacked that person. Jai Shriman Narayan.